Golf likes to act like it's pure, like the rules are sacred, the players are gentlemen, and everything's above board because the game is built on honor. But let's be real, that's not always the case. The PGA Tour has seen its fair share of players who bent, broke, or outright ignored the rules. Some did it by accident, some played dumb, some thought they were clever, all of them got caught. This is every PGA Tour player who broke the rules and didn't walk away clean. 1. Tiger Woods. Yes, even Tiger. At the 2013 Masters, Woods hit an approach shot into the 15th green that clanked off the flagstick and ricocheted into the water. Brutal break. He took a drop 2 yards back from the original spot and played on. Problem is, that wasn't allowed under the rules at the time. You had to drop as near as possible to the original position. Tiger dropped too far back. Nobody noticed during the round, but in his post-round interview, Tiger casually explained what he'd done. That's when Augusta raised an eyebrow. He basically admitted to a rules violation on national TV. The next morning, he got hit with a 2-stroke penalty. But not a DQ, which some fans wanted. Augusta officials said he hadn't signed an incorrect card knowingly, which spared him. Did he cheat on purpose? Probably not. But in golf, the intent rarely matters. The rules didn't care. And because it happened at Augusta, it turned into a full-blown scandal. Tiger stayed in the tournament, but the incident added a permanent asterisk to that weekend. 2. Phil Mickelson. The 2018 U.S. Open at Shinnecock was a mess. The course setup, the greens, the wind, everything. But then Phil snapped. On the 13th green, after missing a putt, Mickelson ran after the ball and hit it while it was still rolling. You're not allowed to do that. Everyone knows it. Phil said he did it on purpose to take the penalty and move on. The USGA gave him 2 strokes instead of disqualifying him. Technically legal under Rule 14-5, but golf fans weren't convinced. It looked like Phil just gave up. Or worse, mocked the whole tournament. His explanation didn't help. He basically said he was frustrated and decided to stop the ball before it rolled further. Not exactly what you want to hear from a 5-time major winner. It wasn't a brain fade, it was deliberate. And for a guy who'd been chasing the US Open title his whole career, it felt like a weird way to burn the bridge. 3. Cameron Tringale. Here's one you don't see every day. In 2014, after finishing T33 at the PGA Championship and banking over $50,000, Tringale called the PGA a few days later. He said he might have accidentally whiffed a putt on Sunday without counting it. No one saw it, no cameras caught it, but he felt guilty. So he DQ'd himself, days later, voluntarily. That's the rarest thing in golf, a guy who no one would have blamed for staying quiet, deciding not to. It cost him money, stats, and exposure. But it gave him something you can't buy on tour: integrity. Players noticed. So did the fans. It was the right move. But it also shows how easy it can be to let a small rule slide without anyone noticing. Unless you speak up. 4. Dustin Johnson. Whistling Straits, 2010 PGA Championship. 18th hole. Final round. DJ hit into what looked like a sandy patch of trampled ground. He grounded his club. It looked fine to everyone watching, but it was technically a bunker. All sandy areas at Whistling were considered bunkers that week, even if they were outside the ropes. 2-stroke penalty. He missed the playoff, lost a major. Just like that. The rule wasn't wrong. The signage wasn't great either. But this one changed how the PGA communicates local rules forever. Sabatini. In November 2021, during the PGA Tour's RSM Classic, Rory Sabatini was disqualified after officials discovered reflective stickers on the face of one of his fairway woods. These stickers, typically used in practice to track clubhead speed, had been left on by mistake. Under the rules of golf, Rule 4.1, any external attachment to a club, no matter how small, renders it non-conforming. While the stickers provided no real competitive advantage, the rules are absolute. Sabatini, who had just posted a solid 4 under par 68, self-reported the violation after the round. His score was wiped from the books, serving as a costly reminder that in golf, even the smallest oversight can end a player's tournament. 6. Sergio Garcia. In 2022, Sergio Garcia left for Live Golf, cashing in big but breaking DP World Tour rules. He skipped events, refused fines, and was banned, losing Ryder Cup eligibility. In 2024, he returned with a $1 million payment to cover fines and regain membership. Still suspended until 2025, he's chasing an 11th Ryder Cup spot. But after burning bridges, earning back trust may be harder than earning his place on the team. 7. Hideki Matsuyama. You don't expect a Masters champ to get DQ'd mid-round, especially for this. Hideki's 3-wood had a white substance on the face. Correction fluid, basically. His own equipment guy applied it for alignment, but too much of it turned the club non-conforming. That's Rule 4.103. One use? You're out. Matsuyama hit one tee shot and got pulled. No warning, just done. It gave him no real advantage, but rules are rules. He didn't argue, he took it with class. Still banned over paint. Golf doesn't do scandals, it does weird ones. 8. Vijay Singh. Before the majors, green jackets, and millions, Vijay Singh was grinding on the Asian tour. Then came the hammer, banned for scorecard tampering. Officials said he marked 1 under instead of 1 over, a 2-shot swing. Singh denied it, but there was no appeal. Overnight, his dream tour shut him out, a shadow that followed him for decades. 9. Ben Crane. The 2024 Corrales Punta Cana Championship went from promising to disastrous for Ben Crane in seconds. Fresh off a birdie on the 7th, he looked sharp and in control. Then on the 8th, he hit the wrong ball, his partner David Lipsky's. Without realizing, he moved to the 9th tee and hit again. That sealed it. Instant disqualification. No warning, no second shot at fixing it. For a 5-time PGA Tour winner, it was a rare, simple mental slip that ended his tournament before it even had a chance to build. 10. Simon Dyson. Most golf bans start loud, a fight, an outburst, off-course drama. This one began with something tiny, almost invisible. October 2013, BMW Masters, Shanghai. Simon Dyson lines up a putt, then presses something down with his ball, right on his line. Nobody on course noticed, but TV viewers did, and calls poured in. Back then, touching a spike mark was illegal. Dyson got 2 shots, then failed to add them on his card, automatic DQ. The tour fined him £30,000 and issued a suspended 2-month ban. All for a spike mark. 11. Padraig Harrington. In 2000 at the Benson & Hedges International Open, Padraig Harrington was dominating. 5 shots clear heading into Sunday. Victory seemed certain. Then disaster struck, not from poor play, but a clerical error. After round 1, he turned in his scorecard with 2 signatures, neither his own. Rules were strict. No signature. Disqualification. 3 days later, officials caught it and he was out. Harrington accepted it with grace, but the truth stung. 1 missing autograph erased a runaway win. In golf, paperwork can end you. Chapter 12. Bobby Locke. In 1949, South African star Bobby Locke stormed the PGA Tour, winning 11 times in 59 starts and finishing top 3 in over half. Fans loved him, but players bristled. Then came a sudden ban. The official reason? Skipping events he'd committed to. Unofficially, he was too good. Masters champ Claude Harmon even said they had to ban him. Politics ruled the day. The ban was lifted in 1901, but Locke never returned, choosing Europe instead, where he kept winning while the PGA Tour nursed its bruised ego. 13. Michelle Y. 2005. Samsung World Championship. 16 years old, first pro event, a $53,000 payday in sight. On the third round's seventh hole, her ball lands in a bush. She takes an unplayable, chips to 15 feet, saves par. All good, until Sports Illustrated's Michael Bamberger starts investigating after the round. He measures, questions, and the next day, LPGA officials remeasure. Turns out her drop was about a foot closer to the hole. Violation. The result was immediate DQ for signing an incorrect scorecard. Her debut went from history-making to heartbreak in less than 24 hours. 14. Craig Stadler. 1987. San Diego Open at Torrey Pines. Craig Stadler was tied for second, 4 shots back. In round 3, stuck under a tree, he knelt and placed a towel on the ground to keep his pants clean. Seemed harmless, until the rules called it building a stance. A TV viewer reported it, officials confirmed, and since Stadler hadn't added the penalty before signing his card, he was disqualified. The mistake cost him $37,000 and a runner-up finish. In golf, even trying to save your laundry can end up costing you a tournament and a big payday.